The June sun hung low over the football field at Gold Creek High, turning the metal bleachers hot enough to fry bacon and making every mother in attendance fan herself with the graduation program. A country song crackled through the loudspeakers while folding chairs sank unevenly into the dry grass. Gold Creek graduation. Half celebration. Half town reunion. Half gossip convention. Rachel Whitaker sat stiffly in the second row beside her mother, Mavis, gripping a bottled water so tightly the plastic crackled in her hand. "She looks beautiful," Mavis said. Rachel nodded automatically. Sadie Mae Whitaker stood near the back of the graduating line in a maroon cap and gown, one hand pressed discreetly against the underside of her stomach. Not discreet enough. In Gold Creek, everybody already knew. Rachel could practically feel the whispers floating through the warm evening air like gnats. "That's Rachel Whitaker's girl. The pregnant one. Wyatt Granger's baby. Didn't she just turn 17? No, 18 this week. At least Wyatt's sticking around.
For now."
Rachel inhaled slowly and kept her eyes on the stage. "Stop looking like somebody died," Mavis muttered beside her. "The girl's graduating, not entering witness protection." Rachel shot her mother a look. "You could try acting concerned." "I am concerned," Mavis said. "Concerned you're going to pass out before they hand her the diploma." Despite herself, Rachel almost smiled. Almost. The principal stepped to the microphone. "Class of Gold Creek High School." Applause rose across the field. Sadie adjusted her cap and searched the crowd until she found Rachel. She smiled instantly.
Bright.
Hopeful. Young enough to still believe life usually worked itself out. Rachel's chest tightened. God, she looked like her at that age. Same blonde hair. Same blue eyes. Same stubborn optimism that could either save a woman or ruin her life. The graduates began filing toward the stage one by one. Rachel spotted Wyatt Granger standing near the fence by the parking lot, hands shoved into the pockets of his dress jeans. Dress jeans. Only in Gold Creek would a boy wear polished boots and his formal Wrangler pair to graduation. His dark hair curled slightly at the collar, and his face looked unusually serious tonight. Nervous. Good, Rachel thought. He should be nervous. Wyatt caught Sadie's eye and lifted two fingers in a small wave. Sadie grinned so wide Rachel thought her heart might break from the sweetness of it. Or the stupidity. She still hadn't decided which. And now, the principal announced, Sadie Mae Whitaker. Cheers erupted from the Whitaker section. Mostly Mavis. "That's my great-grandbaby's mama," she hollered. Several people laughed. Rachel closed her eyes briefly. "Mother."
"What?"
"I'm celebrating." Sadie climbed the wooden stage steps carefully, one hand beneath her gown. Halfway across the stage, her expression changed. Just slightly. A flicker. Rachel noticed instantly. The mother instinct never left. Even after 18 exhausting years. Sadie slowed. Her hand pressed harder against her stomach. Oh no. Rachel sat upright. Mavis noticed too. What's wrong with her? Sadie stopped moving entirely for one terrifying second. Then she inhaled sharply. Wyatt straightened by the fence. The principal awkwardly froze mid-handshake. Rachel was already on her feet. "Sadie." A few people in the audience turned. Sadie gave a tiny shake of her head. Then, a wet sound. Not loud. Not dramatic. But enough. Sadie's eyes widened in horror. "Oh my God," she whispered. The front row collectively leaned forward like synchronized swimmers. Rachel's stomach dropped straight to her shoes. Wyatt was already sprinting across the field. Mavis stood calmly. "Well," she said matter-of-factly, "at least she waited till after finals." A ripple of laughter broke through the crowd tension. Sadie burst into embarrassed tears. "It's okay," Rachel called, hurrying toward the stage. "Honey, it's okay." "It broke," Sadie whispered as Rachel reached her. "Mom, I think my water broke." Wyatt climbed the side steps two at a time. "You okay?" he asked breathlessly. Sadie looked at him and immediately started crying harder. "I peed at graduation." "You did not," Wyatt said instantly. The sincerity in his voice nearly undid Rachel, because the boy actually meant it. Behind them, Principal Holloway awkwardly stepped back from the microphone. "Well," he announced uncertainly. That's certainly school spirit. The entire football field erupted into laughter and applause. And standing there in the middle of the stage, wearing a maroon graduation gown stretched over her pregnant belly, while the whole town watched, Sadie Mae Whitaker laughed too through her tears. Maybe because there was nothing else left to do.